It's 29 after the hour. Please welcome to the Imus Morning program, Lyle Lovett. Good morning, Mr. Lovett.
Good morning.
This the first time we've ever met?
Well, it is the first time.
Okay, well, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on the program.
Well, it's an honor to be here.
I guess we've talked before, or maybe it's email or whatever.
Well, we have. I'm a longtime watcher and a big fan, and I just appreciate you having me on.
You and Hyatt going around playing? You still doing that?
We still are doing that. We're not doing it right now, but we do. And he's on this week as well, isn't he?
He's going to be on tomorrow.
Wow.
That boy, Unoriginal Sin, come on.
And that's a great song. He has so many.
So I like this new album of yours.
Thank you very much. I'm proud of it. It's my last album on my original record deal that I signed back in 1985.
Why did you decide to do Brown Eyed Handsome Man?
You know, it's a song that I learned in actually 1976 and used to play it all the time. And several of the songs in this album are songs that I learned back when in those days. You know,
about 30 years ago, Charles Koppelman, you know who he is?
I don't.
Oh, he's a big record guy, and used to be. He had a guy producing records for him, Gary Klein, what was his name? And they did an album, never got released, of covers of doo-wop songs. I forget the artist. He played it for me. They did at a Jimmy Reed tempo, Maybelline. Oh man, I just wonder why nobody's ever done that, you know? So because it was just a killer record, but.
Well, so many of those songs. There's so many different interpretations. Brown Eyed Handsome Man. I like the idea of doing it slowed down like that.
It's great.
You hear the words.
It's great. So let's play you in. What's this about?
Oh, the Exonerated. It's about people who've been on death row and whose cases have been looked at again and who have been exonerated, have been taken. Some of them before they were executed, some of them after.
Do you a little late after, isn't it?
A little late.
Yeah. Do you support the death penalty?
I definitely support not executing the wrong person.
Right.
Not executing an innocent person. So I think it's in that way this play can it's not political in that way.
Yeah. I was wondering about how I feel about it. If I had to do it, I don't know if I could do it, but
exactly.
But I do like whenever they execute the wrong guy. I was talking to my friend Kinky Friedman. You know Kinky?
I do know Kinky.
Isn't he great?
He is great.
So. Kinky, he's opposed to everything. So, and he says, He said, well, the problem he opposes it, same as you do, because they execute on occasion the wrong person. But I think that sends a powerful message.
Well, I guess it does.
Yeah, even if we think you did it, because you did something, because you wouldn't be in jail if you hadn't done something.
Well, that's probably true.
So the Exonerated is you're in it now?
In it now, right now. Last night was the first night. It's a reading.
Okay.
So and I get to sit right next to Delroy Lindo, who I just met yesterday, and he's a powerful actor.
So you don't have to memorize anything.
I don't have to memorize. Thank goodness.
Well, not that you couldn't, but
but it's a lot of words.
No, yeah,
a lot of stuff.
Did you enjoy it? You're pretty good. Somebody told me you're a pretty good actor. One of the guys in the crew said you.
Oh well, thank him for me. I don't know if that's true, but I enjoy it.
I suspect it is. So.
But I do enjoy getting to do it every now and
then. And then part of the guy involved that's Gary Sheck in the Innocence Project and Gary Sheck in the Innocence Project.
Yes.
He came to light in that O.J. Simpson trial. But they do good work in that they get people off and all that stuff. I mean, they investigate these situations and people who are not guilty, they get them off. So, are you into politics at all? Or?
Well, I vote.
Yeah. You hopeful for the state of the world?
I am hopeful for the state of the world. I think people are good and want good things to happen.
I do too. So, I mean, we're right. We're simulcast on a business channel. So we're immersed in the minutia of business, which is interesting sometimes. But but boy, man, you can get bummed out just listening to them talk about what a horrible world we're in and the state of the economy, not only ours but the world's economy. And then you get these various people on these websites, hoarding all the food. And back in remember in the 50s, they were building these basements and bomb shelters and all that stuff. So,
well, that's right.
But I'm hopeful too. So I like people.
Well, you do good work. I admire the work you do in your ranch in New Mexico. I admire some of the people that you hang around with, like Patrick Gotch from the RFD network.
Isn't he a great guy?
Great guy. He texted me this morning.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
I love him and what he does. I love the channel and.
He's one of Wyatt's rodeo sponsors.
Well, exactly, and you're going to Huntsville this weekend.
Going to Huntsville in the morning.
That's Joe Beaver's a legend.
Oh God, he's Wyatt's coach. So
yeah.
Well, you want to sing or how you feel about that?
I would be honored to.
Okay. Lyle Lovett's going to sing a couple tunes for us here. We'll do some commercials, and then we'll do that. It's 34 minutes after the hour.
Hey, Mom. Hey, hey. All right. You see the girl with the diamond ring? She knows how to shake that thing. All right, now. Hey.
Well, unfortunately, I just received a text from Joseph Abood, the designer, and he writes, Lyle Lovett did a fantastic rendition of Stand By Your Man. And the old Tammy Wynette deal. I used it as the finale for one of my fashion shows.
All right.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Joe. I'm sure that makes Lyle happy. From his album, Release Me, y'all please welcome Lyle Lovett.
One thing I like about that gal of mine. One thing I like about that gal of mine. One thing I like about that gal of mine is she treats me right and loves me all the time. She went walking in the rain, her feet got soaking wet. She went walking in the rain, her feet got soaking wet. She went walking in the rain, her feet got soaking wet. And these were the words she said to every man she met. Now, Mr. James, oh, $1, won't you give me one lousy dime? Mr. James, oh, $1, won't you give me one lousy dime? Mr. James, $1, give me one lousy dime, so I can feed that hungry man of mine. Me over into a cabaret, and she took me over into her cabaret. Well, she took me over to her cabaret. Well, we ate them and we drank them till the break of day. And one thing I like about that gal of mine, and one thing I like about that gal of mine, and one thing I like about that gal of mine, right and loves me all the time.
Oh yeah. Hey, so I get this right when I talk to Wyatt, Lyle. Tell me about Smart and Shiny now.
Smart Shiny is a 9-year-old reigning sire. Right. He performed through his 6-year-old year in open events, professional events, and now I still ride him occasionally in non-pro classes. And
does he win, or?
Well, he has won.
Oh, he has.
Yeah, he has won, and he has a good record, and we're breeding a few mares. It's a very exciting part of my life, really.
Reining competitions are a lot of fun.
Well, and I do reining and rein cow horse as well.
Okay, Wyatt does all that too, along with roping. Hey, do you know Karen Herbst, Cinderella, owns a roping horse, Sweetness?
I don't.
And oh God, she's great. She's only one of his sponsors. She owns a bunch of great roping horses that when the Cooper boys rise. I mean, world-class horses go to the NFR and stuff.
Well, exactly. I tell you, there's great horses. It's great to be around them, isn't it?
So, oh God, come on. Our kids at the ranch, I mean, the bonding that they do with their horses it's remarkable.
We learn a lot from our horses, I think.
I'm gonna give this Smart and Shiny hat to the little knothead when I get home.
Oh, nice.
All right, he's gonna sing more. Lyle Lovett coming up. Luke. Who? Come on, dude. Lyle Lovett's here. You still perform with a large band?
Still do, yes.
How large is the band?
Well, it depends on who all can go. But this summer we were 12 altogether.
That's pretty large.
Sometimes we get up bigger.
Yeah. All right. What you gonna sing now?
This is a song written by a songwriter who was a big help to me when I first started out, a songwriter named Eric Taylor from the Houston area.
Okay.
And it's a song of his called Understand You.
What a pretty mystery you suddenly turned out to be. I've never held you gently, but I want to. Watch your friends come through the door and I slide my feet across the floor. There are things I might ask, I don't need to. Can't you tell I'm telling you that I want to understand you? Oh. I'm so for sitting, compromising thoughts on what I'm realizing. Ask me what I'm thinking. It's hard to say 'cause the way I'm reeling, it could be most anything to do with you. Can't you tell I'm telling you that I want to understand you? Some things can remain unsaid now. You don't have to share your bed with me. It's a gentle thing we're making. We got the time for stronger weather. Till we get to know us better, we remain suspended. Can't you tell I'm telling you that I want to understand you? Can't you tell I'm telling you that I want to say I love you?
Lyle Lovett here on the program. The album is called Release Me. It's obviously available everywhere. You could go to your iTunes or you could go to Amazon.com and all that stuff. The Exonerated people want to come see you is being performed where?
It's at the Culture Project down on Bleecker Street in the Village.
And are you doing concerts anywhere now? Or?
In November, starting the 1st of November through the 20th, we'll be up around this part of the country.
And is that be with Hyatt or?
You know, actually, it'll be with my small acoustic group: Keith Sewell, Luke Bulla, Russ Kunkel, and Victor Krause.
Okay, what do you call them? That's not the large band, right?
The acoustic group.
Oh, okay. So, and the large band, they get shut out on that deal. So. You know Vince Gill?
Yeah, I do know Vince.
He was.
I know he comes on your show.
Man, he was one of the few people that comes in. I'm sure they say the same about you. But people, the crew, and they just love the guy to death.
Vince is wonderful, and he's such a great musician.
That is, oh, God, I think he's a genius. So sometimes other artists, like Kinky, if I mention any other artist, you know, then he gets in a snit because he only wants to talk about Kinky, which I understand. Dwight Yoakam the same way. So. Anyway, man, well, thank you very much. Honored to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. Lyle Lovett here.